The GMTK Game Jam. You probably know what that is, so I'll explain quickly. An annual event where you have only 4 days to make a video game. After that time, your game gets graded by other participants in 5 categories. Each game has to follow some unique theme. This year, it's Loop. Not only is this my first time joining this jam, my weekend is busy, and unlike some other tryhards I plan to sleep and go outside. So my total time is about 3 days. The fastest time I've ever made a game is 30 days, so this will be quite the challenge. The jam started at 7 PM in my time zone, so I spent the evening coming up with an idea and making a prototype. I'm gonna make a puzzle game where the player has a line behind them, and they have to make a single loop with it to win. The trail also loops around walls, so that's 2 implementations of the theme at once. I made this prototype and oh no, it gets stuck in the wall, but I don't really have time to fix it today. After a sleepless night of trying to figure out what the issue was, I got it. My system relied on checking every frame. If the line collides, then saving that point and making a new line from there. Sadly, this would only work if our game ran on infinite FPS. Since that's not the case, the collision point doesn't always end up on the corner, causing the next point to be inside the wall over and over and getting stuck. I fixed this by adding predetermined invisible anchors on the corners, and when a new point is made it moves to the nearest anchor. Here's how it looks in game. I also made an untangle system by checking the way between the player and the previous point. Overall it bugs out sometimes, but that's all fine for a game jam. Now it's time to make some levels so we can actually play the game. I drew a simple tile set, going for a purple neon theme. I built a simple level, threw in some shaders, and it looks gorgeous. Then I added these keys. You basically have to grab all keys and come back while making a single loop. So this is incorrect because there's no loop, and this is bad too because there's more than one. But in order to make interesting levels we need more mechanics. So I added these gates. The red ones close when you go through them once, and the green ones lock up when getting all keys. So now we have an actual lose condition in the game, since you can lock yourself up or trap yourself with your line. I made 10 levels in total while trying to maintain a difficulty curve, and since it's getting late I made this simple or go for the game and went to sleep. I started out day 2 by making and testing some new levels. Then I made one last mechanic called the block that shows up after you get all keys. This brought our level count to 15, which I think is a sweet spot, since in a game jam people will play this for like 10 minutes anyway. I made this juicy main screen, prepared the download page, and we only need a banner now. Drawing a good banner is very important, because if it's ugly people won't click on it, and if I want to win this then it would be cool if some people played my game. After finishing the drawing I didn't really know what to do, and I was pretty tired, so I called it done for today. As I said, I unfortunately have quite a busy weekend. And today is Saturday, and I think that means the weekend is here. So, I didn't have time to add any new content today. Instead I worked on some small but nice features and bug fixes. Then I exported the game to Windows and submitted it to the jam one day and 4 hours early. And now while we wait for the voting period to begin, please subscribe to me to help me reach 30k, thanks. Now is the period where we play each other's games and rate them. I checked out a few of other people's submissions and I really liked some of them. It's quite important to have some rates, since if your 8 count is below the median your score gets lowered. There were a few people playing my game, but it was not enough. My click rate was below 1%, which meant out of 100 people only like half a person would click it. And that's all, because the banner is not appealing enough. I quickly drew a new one trying to fix my mistakes, but it actually only made it worse. So I gave up on my artistic skills and brought back the old one. I got 30 ratings in total, which was more than enough to avoid the score punishment. But more importantly, I got a ton of useful feedback in the comments, which is what it's all about. So, shall we see the results out of 9,600 games in total? My worst category was narrative. Honestly, I forgot this one even exists. I would have added some kind of story if I remembered. Next up is artwork. Fair enough, it's a very simple looking game. And even though I didn't really pay attention to it, I got a decent place in audio, and my top 2 categories were enjoyment and creativity. I'm so happy that I got top 100 in both of these. If I average out these scores I get an average rank of 1050, and I know that's not how it works, but place number 1050 is almost the top 10%. So, considering how inexperienced I am, I think this jam is a success.